Law Overruled, aka
Hello.
Alex Peters, aka Lolo.
Hello.
He's joining us for
Hello.
some official legal analysis here. Yeah, you think I'm taking
We're
this shit
live.
seriously?
Oh no, we're live. We're here. We're at criminal court. Rob, the
Yes.
mood outside the court is electric. I'm
Oh shit.
seeing a lot of fake news media,
Yep.
not like us.
Nope.
They've got their big fancy cameras here.
Yeah.
I'm seeing potential Antifa super soldiers.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know though. Hard to say. You can see here. It's a fucking circus. Here we go.
We got live shoe leather reporting here.
Hello, sir. He didn't want to be filmed.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
So, what are we looking at here, Alex? Do you think anything's going to happen today? I mean, it seems like something's going to happen, right?
If I'm being really honest, I don't think anything is going to be happening today at all. Except for justice.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Because you know what we're going to do? We're going to put a freaking Cheeto in a jail cell.
Oh man.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. It's going to be epic. No, I don't think anything's happening today. I mean, this is probably the first time that I've ever actually thought maybe there was even a possibility that something might happen.
Yeah, me too.
Just because of, but I just have a feeling that someone said something to Trump and then he immediately went off the handle and went on Truth Social and started, hitting it up, telling those truths, those retruths.
Yeah. Those coveted retruths.
I don't see it happening today. I will say though, it's possible that Alvin Bragg bit off more than he could chew, right? Because probably the most dangerous thing they could do is come after him and not succeed. But,
yeah.
But who knows what's going to happen? I would say if it does go to grand jury, that it's so easy for them to indict. The famous saying is that a grand jury could indict a ham sandwich because it takes so little to indict someone on something. It's just the prosecutor and the court reporter presenting evidence. Typically, it's 23 people. They only need half of them to get an indictment. So if it does go to grand jury, yeah, he'll be indicted. But is that actually happening? I don't really know, to be honest. It seems, we'll see. I'll believe it when I see it.
That's always been my kind of stance on this. I've always been in the camp that of course nothing is ever going to happen to Trump. I think this is the first time that's been is something happening? This is kind of wild.
And I also look, I love it because it would be hilarious if it did happen. But I remain skeptical. Let's be real. The last time something of this magnitude, whatever, even happened was Nixon, right? Nothing really has happened. I mean, so what? Clinton got impeached, okay, but we're talking about criminal action of this magnitude at this scale for this kind of person. I also don't really understand the logistics because do they have the Secret Service guys go in the jail cell with him?
Yeah. Does he still get a briefing? Does he still get a CIA briefing from in there?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that if I'm being honest, I see people talking about this is a political prosecution. First of all, every prosecution is a political prosecution. Start first and foremost with my boy O.J. Simpson, who's innocent. But no, but a lot of prosecutions are political prosecutions. So I think it's ridiculous when people say, "Well, it's a political prosecution." Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
obviously a political prosecution, but I don't really care because I think it's funny. And
it is funny.
If they want to, start writing them up, if there's going to be a local DA who's hungry, in in Tennessee who wants to put out an arrest warrant for Nancy Pelosi, that's fine by me. Go ahead.
Yeah, or whoever. Like this is like setting this. People worry about the ugly precedent this could set. It's like this president actually seems all right to me.
Right. Oh no, we're gonna start arresting people in Congress. Oh boy.
Yeah. What a nightmare that is. I got a question from the chat here, wondering, like an official legal capacity, would it be your advice to immediately tweet that you're being arrested and that you won't comply the moment that you learn that this is happening? Legally, do you think that's a good strategy?
This is my direct advice to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, if you are watching this right now, this is my 100% serious and legal advice, which is if they come to get you, immediately reach for the cop gun.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably
and if any of these like MAGA guys or Trump fans, like the person in your DMs, they're not a federal agent, and you should listen to them. The person that's telling you we should go do crimes right now because of this, you got to listen.
As everyone, as other warriors of the code know, true warriors, the police respect you if you show force towards them.
Yeah.
That's how to get their respect.
We all know this.
Is you have to also show that you are tough. Yeah. And then they will respect you and not arrest you.
It's funny, like we've gotten into some of the discourse, like the ultimate truth is that like Trump being arrested would be funny. I think you can get into the kind of the discussion of like, well, like we were saying, if Trump's going to be arrested, like what other presidents should be arrested? And like, yeah, probably like Trump in terms of the crimes he committed is almost low on the level of presidential criminality. Like, you know, I don't know if he's in the top 3 of criminal presidents also, that America has had.
To be honest, the kind of the sex stuff or the hush money, which seems to be the subject of this investigation, which again feels kind of lame, right? Like this feels like an Al Capone tax evasion type thing where it's like, okay, I guess. Oh wow, you got him on this. Okay. And he poured in a storm, I guess. But it is just kind of like, I don't know, pretty run of the mill. You know, there's a lot of political guys who have gotten caught up in stuff like this in the past. And I don't know. It's definitely a zoo here though right now. I've been working out here I've been in and out of Manhattan criminal court for a couple years now. And I've never seen it like that. I mean, it wasn't even this crowded for Epstein, to be honest. It's a zoo today. A lot of vans, a lot of fake media, a lot of I don't know. Dom Lemon.
Don is on site.
He could be. I don't know.
Yeah, he's waiting in the wings.
He's waiting to say something that's going to upset everybody.
Yeah. I guess the question I have too is like, because people have been warning obviously about the possibility this is going to lead to some kind of big counter reaction. And I don't doubt that there's appetite for that. But at the same time, I was saying earlier, like you would have to be really fucking dumb after seeing what happened on January 6th to be like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and try and overthrow the government again over this. Even when even the conservative influencers is like, do not do this. Please don't.
I think people are looking too far when it's like right in front of their own faces. You know what I mean? You have all of these states passing these extremely regressive and bash laws like that are going to put trans people and queer people and marginalized people in danger and in trouble. So I think people are just like creating this fantasy of like, well, you know what's going to happen now, when in reality it's already happening and it's happening quietly before all of our eyes. So I don't, you know what I mean? It's kind of one of those things where I'm like, well, whatever, man, let's go.
Well, and you almost get the sense with a lot of these sort of liberal types, the Mueller time pod people, to suggest that like if this kind of fascist takeover happens within the confines of this system and within this kind of with the legal through these legal means, then it's kind of like, well, we don't like it, but we're not going to complain too much about it. But it's only like when they get this kind of fantasy about this sort of this kind of coup going on and this big showy situation, but like what you're saying, like the fascist
It's all,
takeover
I mean,
is
in a way-
underway
in a
and
way,
like
it's
currently already.
in a way, it's all kind of a fantasy, right? Like even the idea that these people can really be held accountable. I mean, look, the circus showed up to see if they're gonna perp walk, a guy for something that even if they go through with it, it's like impossible to imagine anything even happens to him. You know what I mean? Like even if they go through with this grand jury, okay, then what happens? You know what I mean? And this is probably not even necessarily bad for him because he already has, I don't know, a quarter or a third of the conservative electorate kind of like going to bat for him still, right? I mean, like, I don't think that this is hugely important. I just think that it's cathartic for people, and it's like a dog as far as like more liberal-minded people. And I wish them well. Like, this is like their dream come true, if it is happening. But this is like a dog chasing a car, because then what happens?
Yeah,
We still got Ron DeSantis. You still have the extreme likelihood that this is not going to stop Trump at all.
Well, I
you
mean,
have fascists everywhere.
I mean, just like, the idea that, like, it's so unthinkable, like you're saying, to imagine Trump doing any serious time over this, even if this goes ahead. And if he doesn't, and it doesn't stop him from running again in anyways, it may turn, like, that's a great story for him to just to feed the red meat to his base that loves him so much. Like, they're going to love that shit, Look,
they came after me. The liberals came after me. Yeah. Oh, here we go. There's a big interview happening. Oh, I think it's Alvin Bragg, actually. Should I go over there?
Sure.
All right, let's go. Cutting through.
This is very exciting to have live coverage like this.
Yeah, we got live coverage. Here he is. The man himself, Alvin Bragg. TA. Is this him? Oh, no, it's not Alvin Bragg. It's some guy with a gigantic Trump 2020 flag, and they are depending upon him like vultures. Hold on. Can I flip this around again?
I think so, yeah.
It's too bad I don't know how to use technology.
Yeah, same.
Hold on. Look at this. Oh. It's that Daily Show guy with like the coif hair.
Okay.
Who's like, the guy who comes up and is like, I'm going to do something really cool and make people who are uneducated look stupid.
Yep. That's how you restore sanity. You got to do it.
You know what we do need? We do need another rally. That's a circus. I'm sorry.
That's no problem. Yeah.
We need another rally to restore sanity.
I think so. The last one was so successful that
it was. Yeah. We need 3 more Jon Stewarts. And I think we need to put this friggin' Cheeto in a jail cell. That's what we need to do. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. It's just like, regardless of the implications or the questions about whatever, who did more crimes as president, and like, how Iraq, just the anniversary of Iraq just happened, and we're celebrating all the fucking monsters that were responsible for that because they all said Orange Man bad, and then celebrating Trump getting arrested. Regardless of how unfair that might be, it's just the idea of seeing him being led away in handcuffs is just still so exciting and would just be so fucking hilarious on so many levels that it's just, I can't help but root for it, regardless of all these kind of moral questions around it.
We're all liberals today. We're all resist liberals today.
Yeah, we got him. Unless nothing happens. But I think the great thing about this situation is that even if nothing happens, it still would be pretty funny as well, because then we get to see all the other people lose their minds over it. Like it seems like there's guaranteed to be some very funny reactions and meltdowns. I think that's what's exciting about today.
Yeah, my guess is right now, my feeling is nothing is happening today. Like zero is happening today. The news is here because they have to cover it. But if the indictment is coming down, it's not. I don't think it's happening today.
Yeah,
it could happen. Tomorrow or Thursday. But also, like, if this thing doesn't happen by the end of the week, it might just be hot air. but clearly there's a lot of buzz here, and you know, I'm along for the ride. It's fine. I see a lot of people being kind of negative. They're being kind of like, this is never going to happen, which, you know what? Yeah, I get that. But sometimes you got to let yourself have a little bit of fun, you know?
Yeah.
You got to let yourself have a nice little time. You don't need to tweet every day that, you know, not the people who tweet every day that he, you know, oh, it's any minute now, Rob Mueller is going to be crashing through that Mar-a-Lago through the wall like the Kool-Aid man.
The walls are closing in.
Yeah, and he's jacked too, and like we all have psychosexual attraction to Robert Mueller.
He's daddy. That's right.
Yeah, totally. Remember when the SNL cast sang a Christmas song to him?
It was so bizarre, that whole thing. I mean, that whole phenomenon was like such an example of how you can just like jangle keys in front of a certain group's face and they'll just fucking love it. They give you like, here, you have this like old intelligence community Republican. Here, this is the guy that's the answer to your prayers. He's your new hero now. And millions of people were just like, yes, I agree. Thank you. I like this.
Yeah. It'd be like Marilyn Monroe, like singing a song to J. Edgar or something. It's just very weird. But yeah, the mood out here it's electric. People are ready. That's my reporting for you today. That's what I got.
I love it. Well, Alex, I appreciate you calling in. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's been a long time coming. You're welcome to come on anytime.
Absolutely. We'll maybe do some real 100% legal advice that is actionable soon, but not today.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
All right.
Well, thanks again. We appreciate it.
No problem, of course.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.